Welcome back, everyone. A stunning celestial marvel. Mexico, the U.S., and Canada treated to a total solar eclipse. Millions of people have been enjoying this rare event, including CGTN's Dan Williams.
The Indianapolis Motor Speedway track, home of the Indy 500, is renowned for providing high-octane thrills. And although there was a taste of that, the main attraction for thousands of visitors on Monday was on something altogether more sedate. A solar eclipse as the moon passes in front of the sun, bringing darkness to a narrow path of North America. Many here travelled hundreds of miles from all across the United States to be part of this event.
We came from North Carolina, so Cary, North Carolina, and this is just a really exciting thing to be a part of, and we love a good road trip, so when we heard about this, we were like, let's do it.
We wanted to be where other people could celebrate and enjoy just the whole atmosphere.
I think it's going to be great. I mean, for us, we definitely won't be around for the next one, so I wanted to be here for this one.
As the total eclipse approached, the thousands of attendees put on special solar eclipse glasses made to allow for safe viewing. And then the eerie moment arrived. The sky darkened, temperatures dipped, and then the total solar eclipse.
This is the longest eclipse in 100 years, with those here in the so-called path of totality experiencing daytime darkness for some 4.5 minutes. A moment to remember, and for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It was amazing. It was just so hard to even gather the idea of what was happening, right? Like the total darkness, the weather change, just being here, the atmosphere, it was amazing.
Wow. Just kind of like a wow moment is what that was. It's just, you hear about it, people talk about it, but unless you experience it yourself, right there.
To see this, just enjoy it, it was just breathtaking. It was amazing, it was speechless, it was nothing better.
Mexico was the first country along the path of totality. Then the U.S. state of Texas, across the U.S. Midwest, up into the Northeast, before reaching Canada. And there's quite a wait for those in North America who missed it, with the next total eclipse viewable in parts of the U.S. and Canada not taking place until 2044. Dan Williams, CGTN, Indianapolis.
Well, those onlookers are spending big money on hotels, merchandise, and watch parties. Some businesses in the path of the event are even seeing a boost in profits. CGTN's Papi Umputang has the story.
As millions wait for the total solar eclipse that will cross over parts of North America Monday, back down on Earth, cash registers are ringing. The rare celestial event where the moon will completely block out the sun is big business for many places. According to one estimate, it could boost the U.S. economy by as much as $6 billion, as millions of stargazers spend on hotels, restaurants, travel, and merch.
How much it's gonna be?
$9.95 per day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I got two. I'm doing that too. Thank you.
In the U.S. state of Texas, the economic gain is predicted to bring in $1.5 billion, as towns are in full eclipse mania and in a festive mood in anticipation.
I call this the most profitable 22 minutes in Texas history.
Science expert Bill Nye will host a viewing party event in the state. Entry, $325 per ticket. Elsewhere, airlines are offering special flights to get enthusiasts closer to the action. Even national companies have eclipse fever, with Krispy Kreme releasing a commemorative donut, and appropriately named Sun Chips will sell special eclipse chips for just 4.5 minutes, which is how long the celestial phenomenon will last at its maximum point. Poppy Mputing, CGTN, Washington.
Okay, now for more on the solar eclipse and its economic impact, let's bring in Morgan Francis Morgan, a business owner in Tyler, Texas, deep in the heart of Texas, one of those places in the path of the total solar eclipse. Thanks so much for joining us. Isn't that the Rose of Texas, that home city? Well, that's wonderful.
It is. Home of the Rose Festival.
Okay, well, now we're going to move on to something else that got a lot of attention. Let's talk about the economic opportunities to events like these, and what do they present for local businesses and tourism? What did you see in Tyler?
I currently have a company, a caramel apple company called the Apple Gal, and we have been looking forward to this personally for at least I mean, a couple of months. We love a reason to celebrate. Tyler loves to come together and to celebrate together with something positive. Everyone latches onto it, and so the whole town and the surrounding towns and even states have gathered over the last week, and then especially today. So it's been really, really fun.
Yeah, that's something we're seeing, some delicious looking treats there, which I presume are for this festive occasion. Let's talk about this. What was the weather like there in Texas? Because I heard that there the chance of clouds, and when you only got 4.5 minutes to drink it all in, that's an important time.
Yes, we all turned into mediocre meteorologists this morning, and just trying to figure out what the weather was going to be. There were people who were trying to go to a different location. We watched it holding our breath, but I will say it was cloudy. You could see it up until we had 3 minutes here, and during those 3 minutes, the clouds parted for us where we were, and we could see it perfectly. It was, you couldn't have asked for better.
Divine intervention, perhaps. Well, how do you expect businesses in cities and towns along the path, what do you think they did to capitalize on this event? Because we've heard the figure $6 billion tossed around.
Yes, our town did really, really well. Our visitor center, they've marketed it, and they have encouraged people to come in. They have made sure that our infrastructure was ready for it. And then it allowed us to kind of follow suit and make sure that, because whenever you are inviting people in, the organization and making sure that it is not clustered and a mess. And they did a great job, and they spent at least the last month really heavily directing us and encouraging us as a society and as business owners.
Now, Morgan, what specific industries do you think really saw a boost? I mean, obviously Airbnbs, hotels, but also AAA was very good about getting information out ahead of time, like, hey, look, the roads are going to be jammed all along this area. Did that come into play?
Yes, they were very good. I saw all of the signs. I recently traveled to Dallas the past 2 days. They had signs all along the roads giving instruction on what to do. And so we did see everyone trying to stay on top of it. And when it comes to the economy being boosted, I know that we saw the RV parks were loaded down between here and Dallas. And then, of course, the hotels that were hard to get to. And then yesterday when we went out to eat, it was almost an hour, 2-hour wait at all of our restaurants.
Wow. That's amazing. What sort of treats, what sort of things are out there besides, obviously the hotels? What kind of things were out there? Did anybody have any kind of special little things simply for this moment when the moon would look like it was blocking out the sun?
I know, it was wild. We had a frozen custard place, Andy's. I know they had something. I know a local cookie company had things. I know the brewery, True Vine, next to us, they had something going on. T-shirts were being sold at local shops. I think the idea of just something in the news that was positive really got everybody excited.
You touched on what I wanted to talk about. This is something that seemed to unify everyone, and arguably the United States needs that with this division that's been in this country for about a decade now. What do you think this did? I mean, everybody seemed to enjoy it, talked about it, once in a lifetime opportunity type thing.
Yes, it stripped away everybody's judgments. It's hard to take a solar eclipse and turn it into political or anything. It's just it is a pure event that allowed everyone to come and have a commonality, to put their guards down and to realize, hey, this is something that is once in a lifetime for a lot of us. And this is something, like I had said, that is positive. And it is hard to deny that and find a unified front of excitement with someone that you may not usually commune with.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I got to jump outside for a little bit, and what caught me off guard was the change in weather. I mean, it got significantly cooler, so that was kind of great. Okay, I can't thank you enough. Deep in the heart of Texas, where the stars at night. Come on, what's the rest? There you go. Okay, Morgan Francis, owner of the Apple Gal Candy Company. Thanks very much, and I hope you guys did great business today.
Thank you.